Hey, what's up guys? I'm Kyle at Fortune Off-Road, and this one I'm going to show you how to smoke 2 New York strip steaks on a Weber Go Anywhere. So whether you're camping, going out the back of your RV, or maybe like tonight, you've just got a little bit of meat to smoke and you don't want to use a ton of charcoal or your big kettle, you can smoke some steaks on your Weber Go Anywhere. I do it all the time. You can see this one is really seasoned, and by seasoned I mean dirty. So I'm not cleaning it for the video. This is the real deal. Dirty kettle, dirty Go Anywhere. I'm going to show you how I do this just on my back patio here. Super easy to do, and I'm hoping that it's only going to take about 30 minutes of cook time. We're going to smoke it, technically barbecue it because it's probably going to be around 300 degrees, shooting for a little bit less, like maybe 275, and we're going to use just a little bit of charcoal. All right, let's set this up. So I've got a brand new grate here that I've cut in half so I can store it in here and pile things up. My last one got rusted out, so decided to just buy a new one. This one thing was like 20 bucks, so not too bad. But the charcoal tray in the bottom was $41 without shipping. I decided to just go to the hardware store and pick up some expanded metal. This was a huge, like 36 by 24 or something like that. It was only 15 bucks. So I cut it out, 13 gauge, sits in there. This works just fine. So I'm gonna use my kettle here just as a base for the charcoal. I've got the small Weber chimney. And then I'm gonna use some of these Royal Oak tumbleweeds. These things are pretty easy to use. So about half this small chimney. Give that about 15 minutes. So while that's going, we will get our smoking setup going. We'll put our little charcoal tray in there. I got my 4x4 pan. You can use one of those aluminum ones from the store. They're disposable, but I like this one just because I can keep using it. Wrap it into some aluminum foil. Now, I'm not putting water or anything in here. This is just in there to catch the drippings and then keep the charcoal and the smoke, the heat, from going up right underneath the meat. Instead, we want it to pass through, and I'll show you that here in a second. All right, so I have my vents on the Go Anywhere to be open in the back, closed in the front, so back, front. For a cook this short, I'm just gonna put a little bit of charcoal in here. Once again, kind of act as a barrier, but help continue the heat through the whole thing. So we've got about 7 pieces there. So how this is gonna work, we're gonna have the meat on this side, the heat on this side. After we throw the hot charcoal in there, we'll put this back on because at the end of this smoke, we are gonna sear it right over the coals. And then we're gonna put our lid on with the gauge and the vent open on the right side here. And then this one will be closed. So it's gonna suck air in through the bottom right here, up through the meat, out the exhaust right here. So these handles, the weather stripping in there, and this Oklahoma Joe's gauge are all in another video. I'll throw a link up here. There's some of the first mods I did to this thing, and oh my gosh, I just cannot believe how filthy this thing is, but because we use it all the time, this thing's awesome. While that charcoal is heating up, I'm gonna get our meat ready. So we've got a couple New York strips here. It says this is 1.67 pounds. 2 steaks. It's the good stuff too from the local butcher. For the seasoning, I usually like to just go salt and pepper, but I have this one from Kinder's we're gonna try out. This one is bourbon peach, so it's got that sweet tangy flavor, and then when it gets mixed with the smoke, I think this is gonna be really good. I'm gonna put a pretty good amount of it on there because when we sear at the end, a lot of this is just gonna burn off. Right, now we will wait for the charcoal to finish up and then we'll get this cook going. Like I said earlier, I'm hoping it's gonna be about 30 minutes or less. We're gonna do 5 minutes per rotation, 4 rotations. At the end, we'll throw the meat right over the coals, a couple minutes per side, and that should be good to go. So shooting for 130. It's fine if we go a little bit over, but yeah, let's let these coals finish up and we'll get the cook on. So as far as charcoal goes, that's what I'm looking for. Not all the way white. It's about 60, 65% white. Throw it in there. Dump all this right in. So if you want a longer cook or a faster cook, you might want to put some more charcoal in. I went pretty sparingly on this stuff just to show that you can do it with a small amount of charcoal. Space it out as this burns. It's going to heat up this charcoal, and then the goal is to have this all just move through. So one of these is longer than the other. There we go. Put the long one on this side, and then I don't burn my hands. There we go. Ooh, we need a little bit more of this, don't we? Already got pieces falling off. It's going to be our little taster. All right. We got the gauge on this side and the exhaust vent on this side. I can feel the heat coming out and through the bottom, through the meat. I'm actually gonna do 7 minutes because there's not a whole lot of charcoal in there. So we'll do 7, rotate it, 7, flip it, 7, rotate it, 7, then we'll sear. Temperature is about 260-ish. That's not bad. That's actually better than what I was hoping for. Already starting to get some color. Let's rotate them. I think I'm gonna bump this up to about, we'll do like 8 minutes. See right there, dropped the lid one time, so missing some paint, a little bit of rust on there, but I'm telling you, I've really used this thing a lot. And you know, if there was something I'd do different, I would not put these plastic ones on here. These still get really hot, especially this one over the coals. That one is really hot to touch, and kind of the whole point of that was so you didn't have to touch the hot metal on top there. So I'd go wood with these, or maybe just a longer one. Ooh, smells good out here. Where are we at? Nice, pretty much the same spot. We're maintaining temperature. This is halfway through the cook, hopefully. These are looking good. All right, it's time to flip. These are actually looking pretty dang good. I think I'm gonna go back down to 7. Now, I really like the New York cut because it's a great ratio of lean meat to fat. And so somebody like my wife who doesn't like that fat on there, she just cut it all off in one piece and then give it to me. But for me, every time you make that slice laterally, it's just like the perfect ratio. So I love it. All right, halfway through. All right, we're getting close. So I've got the Therm Pro now. Make sure we don't cook this thing too much. Ooh, man, we're getting close. That's 118. Oh man, we're like right there. Do this just a couple minutes and then we're gonna sear them up. Yeah, we'll keep it on this side. And this I'm gonna eat right now. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna do a few minutes and then we'll sear these up. All right, been a few minutes. Looking real good. So I try not to keep it directly over the coals for too long, especially when there's this much fat on there. I mean, you can see we can only kind of do half, but when you have that much fat on there, the fat will drip into the coals. If it's hot enough, we'll have some flare-ups. Some people do not like the taste of fat when it's been charred up. I don't mind, but if you do, you got to be cognizant of that. You can see this really starting to heat up already. So I'm not going to do long. Let's see how hot these are. Yeah, so about 123 there. About the same over here, so we're doing good. So you can see the flames already getting up there. Got to be careful at this stage. I'm doing this just like I would if I was camping. The fork. And if you guys have any tips for me, something you think I could do better, put it down in the comments and let me know. I'll check it out. It's great how it gets this dark color. And then when we get this charred up a little bit, it gets a little bit of bark on it. Hang on, little buddy. Oh yeah, look at that color now. Oh yeah, buddy. It's gonna be the perfect amount of time, because if you smoke it for too long, then you try to sear it up, you're not gonna get enough sear, or you're gonna get enough sear and it's just gonna be overcooked. Overcooked to my liking, that is. All right, we're already up to 1. Oh my gosh, yeah, see, we're getting close already. That's why you gotta be careful at this part. Originally, I was shooting for 130. That's gonna be my favorite piece right there, I think. I can just tell right now, that's the one I want. Yeah, this thing's saying we're already at 135. So I'm gonna take them off. Oh, buddy. So I watched this video one time where this guy was talking about, do you really need to let a steak rest? You know, is it gonna make it more tender? Is it gonna keep more juices in there? He did this really nerdy analysis on it, and he said there was no discernible difference. And I'm choosing to believe him because I do not want to wait to eat this. So that little piece that I said was gonna be my favorite, we're going for it. Whew, it's hot, but it is great. You can see all the moisture coming out of there. Perfection. Because you're getting that smoke flavor, but like I said, you're getting a little bit of that sweet tangy too. It's pretty fun. If you find that there's not enough flavor on here, you could just hit it again with some salt. I bet that'd be great. Pretty good. Tad bit more than I was looking for on the cook, but that's still a little pink in the center. That's great for me. So my wife, probably gonna want all this cut off, but I'll let her do it. Just in case she's feeling a little adventurous. Oh yeah, buddy. And you can see how quick this thing gets hot when you're not keeping an eye on these vents up here. So like just having this one open with it throws the whole thing off. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is if it's getting too hot and you want to turn that temperature down, you can just close this exhaust vent, and that's how you control temp. But I'm burning off that charcoal. So this freaking delicious. I'm gonna do my best to only eat half of this so I can eat the other half for lunch tomorrow. I mean, it's really good, but I could use some more salt on it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on it. And to be extra weird, I'm gonna throw a little bit of honey on it too. We'll see how that is. Pretty hard to beat this. So like I mentioned earlier, I have a video that covers all the mods that I made to the Go Anywhere. And then I think I'm gonna do another video because I have some more recent mods. And then I'm also going to show how I packed this whole thing up into a really small package. It's charcoal, lighter, the chimney, all that. And I'll show you how I take it camping, even in the Jeep with me when I'm going off-roading. So if you guys liked these videos in the past, I'll keep doing it. If you want to see me smoke something else, let me know. I did a whole chicken. We've done some beef fingers, done some brats. I got a couple videos of those. So yeah, if you have some ideas, I'll try it out, man. If you want to see a really long cook, I'll go for it. Try to do like a beef chuck, smoked like a brisket. I'm feeling crazy. Let's do it. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. You check out the other ones of the Go Anywhere, and I will see you guys in the next one.